Hello friends! Welcome back to my channel! Today, I'm going to show you how to drop a basic ladies pants with elastic waistband. Let's start! Before starting to drop the pattern, you need to prepare the following. So we have the pattern paper, tape measure, the marker, black and red for front and back, short and long rulers, hip curve, and French curve. So these are the measurements needed. So we have the pants length, waist, hips, knee circumference, and the bottom width. So let's start drafting the pattern. So fold your pattern paper in lengthwise to make a center fold. So this is the center fold. This is the top edge of your pattern paper, and this is the open edge. So the center fold is on your right and the open edge is on your left. So for the front pattern, I'm going to use the black marker. To start drafting the pattern, we need to make a foundation line. From the top edge of the pattern paper, measure 2 inches, then draw a horizontal line. From the left edge, measure 4 inches, then draw a vertical line. Mark the corner A as the starting point. From point A to get point B, use the crotch length. Example, crotch length is 9.5 inches. So from point A to get point B, measure 9.5 inches. So this is point B. To get point C, use the pants length. Since the waistband is elasticized, we need to reduce the length of the pants with 1.5 inches because the waistband is 1.5 inches. So example, the pants length is 35 inches minus 1.5 inches. So that is 33.5 inches. So from point A to point C, use the pants length minus the width of the waistband, which is 1.5 inches. So this is point C. To get point D, get the center of point B and C. So you just fold your tape measure into 2 to get the center. So this is point D. Point E, measure 1 inch upward. This is now your knee, the position of the knee. And then project point B, E, and C to the right using ruler.
Do you want to know? I think we can budge. And I think we'll have to listen. Because
From point B to get point F, use the hip measurement. So hip is 40 divided by 4, that is 10 inches plus 1.
There is so much left to give. Something's telling me this time. Baby, baby, now I know. Baby, baby, gotta go. There is
So
so
this is
much left to
point
give.
F.
Something's telling me it's right. When you came to me, oh, I knew it's you, yeah, boy.
Then project point F upward. Up to line A and mark it G. Point G. G to H, measure 3/4 to the left. So this is point H. From point F to get point I, measure 2.5 inches upward.
When you came to me, oh, I knew it's you, yeah, boy. The one to show me now and forever. No, you'll never be alone again. All day,
Connect
all day.
F to H with a diagonal line.
It don't matter if it rains. All day, oh yeah, all day.
From point F to get point I, measure 2.5 inches upward.
My day. I love the way you like a song, you know my heart. 'Cause you know me.
From point F to get point J, measure 2 inches to the right.
The one to show me now and forever.
So this is point
Be alone.
J.
All day,
Connect
all day. I can let you know.
I to J
The one to show me
using
up when together.
French curve.
It don't matter if it rains. I will love you every day. As long as you're in my arms, boy. The one to show me now and forever. No, you'll never be alone again. All day, oh yeah, all day. Please stay in my arms, boy. The one
H
to
to
show me
pay,
up when together. It don't
use the
matter
waist.
if it rains. All day,
Waist is
oh yeah, all
34
day. As long as
divided
you're in
by
my
4.
arms, boy.
So that is 8.5 plus 2 inches for elastic band. So this is your point H. Measure the 1/4 waist measurement. So 8.5 plus 2 inches, so that is 10.5 inches. So this is now your point K. Connect point B to K using hip curve. L is the center of B and J. So, to get the center of B and J, again, fold your tape measure into 2. So, this is now your point L. Project point L downward up to line C. Point M is the intersection lines of point L and point E. So, this is point M. Then, point N is the intersection lines of point L and point C. To locate point O, use the knee circumference. Example, knee circumference is 17 inches divided by 4. So, that is 4 and 1/4 minus 1/2 inch. So, that is 3 and 3/4. So, this is now your point O. Then, point P, from point M, again, use the knee circumference divided by 4 minus 1/2 inch. So, that is 3 and 3/4. So, this is point P. So, we need to reduce 1/2 inch from point M to O and M to P, because for the back pattern, we need to add 1/2 inch on both sides to get the actual knee circumference. To get point Q, from point N, use the bottom width. Bottom width divided by 4 minus 1/2 inch. Let's say the bottom width is 12.5 divided by 4. So, that is 3 and 1/8 minus 1/2. So, that is 2 and 5/8 to locate point Q. From point N to get point R, 1/4 of the bottom width minus 1/2 inch. So, that is 2 and 5/8. So, point R. Connect point B to O using hip curve. Or if you do not have hip curve, you can use ruler. So, this is how you will use the hip curve. Then, connect O to Q using ruler. Then, J to P using hip curve. So, we use hip curve to follow the shape of the legs. Then, connect P to R using ruler. So, this is our front pattern for ladies' trousers. For the back part, we need to use the front pattern in order to drop the back part of the ladies' trousers. So I will use a red marker to determine the back pattern. In order to drop the back part of this ladies' trousers, we need to use this front part. So to start, from point H to get point 1, measure 1.5 inches to the left. So this is your point 1. And from point 1 to get point 2, measure 1.5 inches upward. So this is point 2. Connect F to 1 up to point 2 using ruler. Point 2 to get point 3, use the waist measurement. Waist is 40 divided by 4, so that is 10, plus 2 inches for the elastic band. On line A. So from point 2, to get point 3, use the waist measurement. So this is point 3. Connect point 2 to 3 with a diagonal line. B to get point 4, B to 4, measure 1/2 inch. So this is point 4. Then O to the right, to the left, measure 1/2 inch. So that is point 5. Then Q to point 6, again, measure 1/2 inch. So this is point 6. Connect point 3 to point 4 using hip curve. Then, point 4 to 5 using hip curve in inverted position to follow the shape of the leg. You can also use ruler if you do not have this hip curve. 5 to 6 using ruler. To locate point 7, from point J, measure 1/4 inch downward. From point J to point 7, 1/4 inch downward. Then draw a broken line for the purpose of shaping the crotch. Then from point 7 to the right, measure 1 inch to the right to get point 8. Connect. And then from point F to get point 9, measure 2.5 inches upward. So this is point 9. Connect point 9 and point 8 using French curve. So this is the back crotch. Passing over point 7. From point P to get point 10, measure 1/2 inch. So this is what I'm telling a while ago. So we reduce 1/2 inch for point M to O, M to P is because we need to add 1/2 inch from point O to 5, then point P to point 10 to get the actual knee circumference. The same as on the bottom width. We reduce 1/2, and then for the back part, we need to add 1/2 on both sides. To get point 11 from point R, measure 1/2 inch. So this is point 11. Connect point 8 going to point 10 using hip curve. In an inverted position to get the shape of the leg. Lastly, connect point 10, 11 using ruler. So this is now your back pattern for ladies' trousers. To separate the front and back pattern, we need to trace the front pattern following the points. Point K, H, I, J, P, R, Q, O, up to K. Using carbon paper. So you need to trace it on another sheet of Manila paper. So a while ago, we folded this in center fold. So this is the front, and this is for the back. All you have to do is place your carbon paper to trace the needed points for the front. So let's start tracing the front pattern to separate it from the back. So again, from point K going to point H. H to I, I to J, J to P, P to R, R to Q, P to Q, B to O, then K to B. So this is our front pattern. The red marking is the back pattern. To make it final pattern, let us put seam allowances and pattern symbols. So this is the grain line, the pressing fold, then the lengthwise and the crosswise symbol to be used in laying out this pattern on the fabric. For the back, for the sides, place 5/8 on both legs. So this is the inseam and this is the outseam. For the outseam and for the inseam, place 5/8 inch. Then for the hemline, 1.5 inches. Then for the crotch, also 5/8. So follow the shape of the crotch in putting seam allowance. Then for the waistline, 3/8 inch. So this is our final pattern for the back part. For the front pattern, the allowances are the same. So, for the inseam, 5/8. For the outseam, 5/8. For the hemline, 1.5 inches. For the crotch line, 5/8. And for the waistline, 3/8 inch. Lengthwise grain and the crosswise grain for cutting or placing this pattern on the fabric. And then the fold, the pressing fold. Okay, done. So let's start cutting the final pattern. So for the back pattern, let's start cutting the final pattern. To make a waistband, so get a piece of paper and then fold it into two to make a center fold. And draw a horizontal line. From this line, measure 3 inches. So 3 inches or the width of your waistband, and then the folding line is 1.5 inches. Then do it on the other side, 3 inches, then 1.5 inches. Then get 1/2 of the waist. So waist is 34, so that is divided by 2, 17 inches plus 4. So that is 21 inches. Connect the point. So this is your, and this is the folding line. This is your waistband. 4 inches is for the allowance of, for the elastic band. So to make it final, just place seam allowance or seam allowances. So you need 3/8 on all sides. Okay, our waistband pattern is already done. So to cut the final pattern for the waistband, so you just follow the lines, the cutting line. To drop the slat pocket, use the front pattern. Because we need to get the shape of the hip line. So this is the corner of your front pattern. So mark it A, which is the starting point. From point A to get point B, use 9 inches as the pocket length. And then, so this is point B. Point A to point C. Point A to point C, use 6 inches for the pocket opening. So this is point C. Then point A to point E to the right. Measure 1 1/4 inches. So this is point E. Then point F, from A, measure 5 inches to the right. A to F, 5 inches. So this is point F. And then point B to D, measure 5 inches to the right. So this is point D. Connect all points. Connect B to D. So this is also 9 inches because this is the pocket height. For point D. Connect point B to D. Then connect F to D. Then connect E to E. Okay, so this is our slant pocket. So you can have this corner curve if you want. So you just shape it using French curve. So that is our slant pocket. So this part is center fold, meaning there is no cut. All you need to do is to trace this slant pocket on another sheet of Manila paper. So this is your pattern paper, and then make a center fold. So this one, you transfer this symbol and then place it under your pattern. Make sure that this portion is aligned with your pattern at the back. And get a carbon paper to trace your slant pocket. So you just transfer point A, E, F, point D, B, and C on another sheet of pattern paper. The same thing with the seam allowance, because the seam allowance on the waistline and on the sides are the same. So this is our slant pocket. To make it final pattern, you need to place seam allowances and symbols. So these are the symbols for grain line. And then the center fold. And the allowance for the sides, 5/8, on the lower part, 5/8, and on the waistline, 3/8. So you just cut the final pattern. Then to make it two, so we have two slant pocket for the left and right. So we need to trace the marking on the other pocket. You just place the carbon paper. So you just trace the seam allowance. For the pocket opening, you need also to place 3/8 allowance. So this is our slant pocket. For the right pocket, and for the left pocket. To remove the pocket opening, so you just cut the seam, the cutting line for the left and right slant pocket. This is what it looks like. This is the pocket bag.